So on your radio program, you've been covering the international scene quite regularly. So are we seeing a tipping point between Israel, Syria, and Iran with these latest incidents?
I asked that question last Thursday before this incident. I asked, how close are we? What's the timeline to what is called the First War of the North? I was told sooner rather than later. I think these last days have shown how quickly this can get out of control. It might be out of control right now, although at the moment there's no gunfight. The cascade of escalation on Saturday night went very quickly. Counterpoint, counterpoint, counterpoint. And then we're told Mr. Putin called Mr. Netanyahu. That's as serious as it gets.
Right. So, and this morning, Syrian Assistant Foreign Minister said he has, quote, full confidence the aggressor will be greatly surprised. And that's just a small portion of the rhetoric that's being ramped up by both sides in light of what happened this weekend. There's a lot of threats. In your opinion, what should the U.S.'s role or concern be at this point?
My information is mixed here, Kirsten, because the U.S. might already be in it. The U.S., some aspect of U.S. warfighting might have been involved in the weekend incident. What I understand to be true right now is that Israel is extremely comfortable with its defenses along Golan and along the Bekaa, and the U.S. is fully informed. I don't want to go too far with this. I'll just say that the U.S. is not weighing what it should do, it's doing it.
Interesting. All right, so before we switch topics here, we just want to wrap up this topic and let everyone know some breaking news today. Israeli police said that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu should be charged over alleged bribery cases. A police statement said there's enough evidence to indict Mr. Netanyahu for bribery, fraud, and breach of trust in 2 separate cases. All right, John, any thoughts on this and how this might affect the national security situation in Israel?
It won't affect that, but it is politics in Israel. I'm told Mr. Netanyahu will brush these charges aside. It's almost ceremonial that an Israeli prime minister is charged at some point in his career with an investigation for corruption or charged with corruption. However, there is a political concern here, and I'm told to watch demonstrations in the street against the prime minister. The country's 50-50. So street protests will be much more determinative than the courts.